Hello. Hi. Welcome to a new weekly knitting vlog. Yeah, hi. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because last week I released a vlog where I talked about the burnout that I have been experiencing for the last few months. And it has been just like so well received, and people have just been leaving the nicest, most empathetic comments, and I feel really, really grateful for that. And with that, there's a bunch of new subscribers here. So hello and welcome. Part of the reason I'm starting this vlog, I'm gonna be real with you, is that our internet is out. And I have been waiting because they gave us like a period of time that the internet was supposed to come back in, but that window has passed. It's way back there. And we still don't have internet. So, you know, it's moments like these where you really realize how freaking dependent you are on it. So I thought I would take this moment to talk about some of the knitting that I am currently working on. So yes, hello, hi. So in that last video, I talked about how musselburgh hats have been somewhat of a guilty pleasure knit, but also like have been very therapeutic for me. When I need a stockinette project, like I like to kind of have something that's very easy to just pick up and start working on when I'm like waiting somewhere or, you know, out whatever. I just like to have it on me. And the musselburgh is a really great option for that. And so this one is pretty cool. This is a hat pattern by Isolde Teague. I can leave a link down below. But essentially it knits into this big tube, you fold it in on itself, and then you have like a double hat. That's not gonna help you. Anyway, I've been knitting this musselburgh. This is like the second one, and let me explain. I have like two yarns here because let me explain to you what yarn I'm using and what is happening. So I got this amazing sock fade set, Shirley Bryan yarns, and you get two 50-gram skeins, and they are exact copies of one another. These look different because I have wound them opposite one another. And because I had a couple of ideas of how I wanted to use them, the goal is essentially to knit two fading socks that match. But since I'm on this musselburgh kick, I thought that I could hold them both at the same time and do a helical knit so that it's like alternating rounds, and so that it would fade from this dark brown all the way up through this like neutral moment into this like bright highlighter yellow. And it's been very fun. I've basically been keeping it by my TV so that when I'm downstairs watching stuff, this is just what I pick up. And it's perfect because it's just all stockinette, so I don't really have to look at it. I have to pay like a little bit of attention because of that, of like where I switch between the yarns, but usually if I'm not looking, I can feel the change in tension and then like, you know, just adjust and continue on. So yeah, that's been pretty fun. This one I'm planning on keeping for myself, but I have this feeling in here that I'm going to be knitting a lot of these this year, and they might turn into gifts. So I posted about the first one that I finished, which is in a spin cycle yarn, and I was inspired to do it because Spin Cycle is hosting a knit along for the hat in their yarn. And I posted it. I've been wearing the hat a lot, and my mom was like, "That's a cute hat. Looks like it's really comfy cozy." And I was like, "Fine, what color do you want?" And then my sister was like, "That hat you posted is real cute." And I was like, "What color do you want?" So my sister's birthday is at the end of February, in a few weeks, and my mom's birthday is mid-April. So I'm gonna knit them both musselburghs. It's really fun to do in Spin Cycle because you don't really know what the fade is gonna be, and it just like, you keep going. I'm enjoying it. So these are 2 skeins of Grumpy Birds. It's a really great like neutral option of Spin Cycle. So this is gonna be for my sister. And honestly, it like very much coordinates with this. So the other option is that if I want to depart with this, I might offer her this one when it's finished. We'll see. We'll see about that. But otherwise, this is on the queue for her. And then this is the colorway Bomboloni. It's like a newer Spin Cycle colorway. And I mean, those colors are just really, real fun. So this one's gonna be for my mom. So I've got like those 2 sort of in queue. But you know what? I'm really like, I'm truly not mad about this because this just like stuck in it, and like being intentionally mindful while knitting it has been feeling really good. So yeah, I'm gonna turn on some music, and then I'm gonna just hang out and knit for a little bit longer this morning. I do want to take Puppy OUT for a WALK, but not for another little bit.
Sky come bearing up before us. We hang on the hem of your gown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. There's a darkness in the valley. Heavy branches crack and split. If we holler, will you hurry? Can you hear us through the wind? Blue sky calm, dancing in between us. Take us up, lay us down. Blue sky calm, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town.
Hey, it's been a couple of days since I checked in. It's currently Sunday. Unfortunately, on Friday, I woke up with some of the worst vertigo in the morning. I think it was because I was dehydrated, but also could have been like a blood sugar thing. And for the first like 2.5 hours of the day, I was just like trying to get liquids in me, but feeling very nauseous and dizzy. And Kay like felt so bad having to go to work, but I was like, I like have to be able to handle this. So I finally kind of like got a grip. I was able to stomach some food, but like the day was really not a good day. I was kind of like in and out of sleep all day and just like trying to like figure out what the heck happened. So we had plans that night that we scrapped, and luckily I have been feeling better. But yeah, that was no good. So yesterday we went to the tool library. We went to this very cute queer plant cafe. It is literally called Queer Plants. Very sweet. And then we went to Old Navy. I got some new pants. Look how red, look how fun. That I love. And Kay really needed some jeans. We got some goodies there, and then we went to a pizza party for Kay's like improv group. Then my mom came over, I cooked us all a dinner, and we watched the movie Eileen. Yeah, so that's kind of like the last few days, and then today Kay and I popped up and went out to breakfast, which was really nice. And then I came home, and we have like a check-in house meeting once a week. It's been really helpful with working on my burnout and just like ways in which we can ask for help and prepare for the week ahead. So we did our little house meeting, and then I have been working on finishing up my granny square vest, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I don't know if I've talked about this. I probably haven't really. I've talked about it more like on Instagram, but last night I finished up the remaining squares. I needed 10, I think. I had a few made and a few partially made. So while we were watching the movie, finished up all the squares, and I've just been attaching them. So I have 1, 2, 3 squares left to attach. And that's what I'm working on. I have some YouTube videos like queued up, and I've just been sitting in my new chair. I just made myself some apple pie chai in my infinite illustrated mug that I designed. You can get one on my website if you want, no pressure. But I just wanted the tea to stay hot for longer. So this is steeping. I'm gonna enjoy it while I finish attaching the last 3 squares. I'm very excited. Also, this chair has a cup holder, which is pretty neat. Okay, last but not least, I wanted to show you my musselburgh, because I have made quite a bit of progress since we looked at it last. So here we are. That color's cool, no? So we're just beginning to get into the pinks in these skeins. So you can kind of see this like orangey, beautiful color. And basically my plan is to just use the entirety of both of these balls. So that one, we're definitely getting into the pink. Yeah, chill Sunday, kind of recuperating for the week ahead. Kay is going to make dinner tonight. I will probably help them with that. But for now, I pulled out my stash of chocolate from the back of my drawer, and I'm gonna hang out, work on attaching those granny squares, continue watching the YouTube videos I queued up, and that's it. Oh, also I'm gonna redo my nails. I really love this color, but I didn't put a top coat on it because I was actually having kind of a hard time getting it to dry. But I need to redo those, so I'll probably do that also tonight. I'm so happy. Okay, so here we are. I didn't follow pattern. I just we're winging it. My plan, sorry, also my floor's so squeaky. My plan is to go in and add a knitted ribbing around each armhole, the neck hole, and at the bottom in the purple fuchsia color. But she fits very nicely. Pants, not the vibe, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm so happy with that. Still have to weave in the ends in the back, but it worked out. Good morning. It is a pretty dreary day. Maple and I are up here in my office and it's feeling a little messy. So I kind of want to start the day by just tidying a little. It's not like I don't think it'll take me that long, but I do need to put some like concentrated effort into it. Today I have therapy like in the afternoon. I was looking at my schedule for like the rest of the week and I'm going to be pretty busy. So I sort of am on the fence about just like taking today off and just basically just hanging out and knitting because tomorrow I work really late. Thursday I have something to do in the evening and then I'm hoping to dye a bunch of yarn during the day, and then Friday I also want to be dyeing yarn. And then Saturday I'm actually going to drive up to Tacoma with Tim and my mom. If you all haven't met Tim through my channel, he's a really good friend of mine and also a knitter. And so I asked him initially to come with me to this fiber festival because I want to kind of just like see what the vibe is, because I might try to vend there next year. So he was like, yeah, let's go. And then I was telling my mom and she was like, I want to go. So now it's a road trip for the day, which should be really fun. And then Sunday I'm actually working a short shift at the shop. So it's just like all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's no days off coming up. So that's why I decided today might be a good day to just like really chill and relax. Let's get to tidying. I hope that's, I'm gonna put on an audiobook that I have been listening to and just kind of vibe. All right.
Take me to the ruins, aquifers and springs, baby ferns uncurling, every living thing. Be to me a mother, both hands on the wheel. Show me faded color, fields of chamomile. All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it put back together. You could call it a vision or a tether.
Hi, hello, let's chat. I sort of tidied, I feel a little bit better, but now I'm like, what am I doing with my day? I do really want to finish this musselburgh that's been on my needles, and I've been talking about it. I've made pretty good progress. I think the colors are great. and I'm like getting to the like neon section, okay? And as you know, I've been like helical knitting this whole thing with 2 skeins. But I compared it to the last one that I made, this one, and I'm like at the point where, I'm like at the point where I should be doing decreases, but there's still elements of the color that I want to incorporate. So I'm kind of not sure what I should do. I do think this could have been a little longer. So I actually cut off the other skein that I have so that I could save this for something else and then have less yarn to finish off this hat. So I'm just gonna, like, my plan tentatively at this point is to basically get to the yellow, which will probably be in like 10 rows or so, and then start doing the decreases. So it will be a little longer, like I said, might have like a bigger fold up brim, but hopefully won't be like too large that it's unwearable. So that's the plan. But this is like the kind of knitting. So I've been talking a lot about how this is like the perfect burnout project for me because it's just knitting. And that is true, but I'm finally feeling like a little, like wanting a little bit of like challenge here being not at my forehead, but like in my brain. And so the thought of hanging out all day and just knitting on this, it's not enough to like really bite into, you know? Also, look at how cute. I did like a little Valentine's Day heart, and like the colors really coordinate well with this project. So that's like fun. Yeah. But for right now, I'm sitting here, I'm doing this. I have been thinking that I might need to knit some samples for Yarn Crawl because I don't have anything knit up in my new base Wondrous Sock, and I have another new base that I'm going to be sort of debuting that I think will work really well with Spin Cycle. And so I wanted to knit like a pressed flowers hat, maybe, with a skein of Spin Cycle and a skein of this new yarn that I'm debuting. So I think that might be what happens today, is that I work on some samples for Rose City Yarn Crawl. So I have been having a hard time with this chair. Okay, so like earlier this week, I mentioned that I was going to my mom's house to get a chair. This is the chair. It's kind of boring because it's like gray, whereas my last chair was pink and like amazing. But that chair wasn't super comfortable to sit in for long periods of time. And I have this like really strong want to have like a knitting chair that, like, you know, I can knit in for a long time and feel comfortable and like good. So this is a chair that my mom bought when she had surgery a year ago, a little over a year ago now. And it reclines and also pushes you up so that it like helps you stand. Like, it is like for people who are disabled or people who are older and just have limited mobility. And so I was like, I don't know if I like want that. But let me tell you, being able to like recline with my feet up and have my head propped up, and then Maple comes and like cuddles in my lap, and I can just sit here with my cup holder and knit. A+. It's great. I'm really glad I didn't have to pay for a chair like this. But it's like worth it not being like the cutest thing ever to have just like hours of time to sit and knit in this damn chair. So yeah, usually because I have a belly, so when I sit, I don't have a lap, right? Like my belly is on my thighs. And so Maple like can't usually sit on my lap, which she really likes to do. And I'm, you know, knitting and moving a little bit. But with this chair, she just wants to hang out with me and sit in my lap, and it's real cute. So that's also a bonus. So that's what's going on. I'm just knitting this hat, but I think I'm gonna take a moment to wind up one of these skeins of the new kind of like sport weight yarn that I'm knitting. And then yeah, start the pressed flower shawl. I'm also gonna pull out some color combos for a pair of socks. So that's what's going on today. Worthy endeavors, I think.
There's a violence under our feet, running stitches through our homes. Bring a lantern, bring it quickly. Joy's not to be a crumb. Blue sky, come, hearken to our chorus. Tie us to your golden crown. Blue sky, come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. Tarry not to our town. Tarry.
Hello, happy Valentine's Day. I have had a really nice morning, just kind of hanging out, working on some projects. My cousin gave me this amazing cookie, a heart-shaped cookie that says smut across it, which I loved. She used like a strawberry royal icing, which was delicious. And then she also made Kay and I, they like look like cinnamon rolls, but they're like strawberry jam filled rolls with like heart sprinkles on top. So yeah, it was nice to have that with my morning cup of coffee. And then I hung out and I worked on my musselburgh, and it's done. Yay, I'm so happy. So there didn't end up being as much of this like spring as I expected there to be, just with the way that it all worked out, but I kind of like this. Like it's like nice springy, like I'm really happy with it. So the whole thing looks like that, which is super cool. And then I kind of love that like half of it is very neutral. So that I can have multiple options. Okay, so this is the first half. And I also, this length works really well for me to either be kind of like a slouchy beanie like that, or the way that I sort of more typically wear my hats, which is like a little, almost like cloche-like. My hair, okay. Like this. So that is side one. And then side two is the bright side. Ooh. Cute. It's always tough with bangs, but yeah, there we go. So kind of turned out perfectly. I really like it. I feel like I'm gonna be getting a lot of use out of this. And as much as like the last couple of days have felt like spring, I woke up to like an alert on my phone that like it might snow tonight. So, you know, welcome to spring, or like winter spring moments. So yeah, I've been editing the vlog for yesterday. I started it, and this morning I was kind of like finishing up to this point. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I feel like it's like perfect timing that the hat is all finished and looking cute. and I'll just go ahead and start a new weekly vlog. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you enjoyed. Have you knit a musselburgh? And how many of them have you knit? Because I see this taking over socks this year for me, and maybe I'll knit one a month. No guarantees, but like that's kind of the trajectory that I am headed toward. So yeah, anyway, as always, I'm just like so grateful for you to be here, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.